What it is, guys, it's your boy icjosh, and this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super basically disappointed me and gave me hope for Gohan in the same episode. And I know it's going to sound like, what the crap are you talking about? But here's the thing. The gist of this episode was Barry basically having this, this whole plan scheme from the beginning to where he was going to have Coco, basically forcing Coco to really be a part of his whole scheme and have Gohan go back to the house with her and rehearse lines. She's supposed to keep him there all night, and it's basically going to look like whenever he leaves in the morning and they're going to take pictures, it's going to look like, they're having an affair. And basically what Barry wants to do is, drive that wedge between Gohan and Videl and ultimately get, Videl to leave Gohan. Throughout this, Coco kind of like sees like, oh, this guy's like really good and all this stuff. She kind of wants to, not do what she wants to do. She walks away from the blinds and she's just like, I can't really do this. Let's have this. Let's be better. And it's cool to see they go on while he's talking to her and she's talking about her problems. He's just like, look, you look at me and you see somebody that can fly and shoot, beams and all this stuff. And, I'm not, the strongest and everything. And he's basically going and telling her this whole kind of thing, which gave me kind of a little hope right there for Gohan. That's what I mean by that. Just having that whole little scene was kind of like, okay, so Gohan knows the predicament that he's kind of in and he knows he needs to get stronger and stuff. Coco tries to, basically really, kind of get Gohan out of there without being seen, but Barry's like takes over and he's got the camera. He's like, no, you're not gonna fool me. He gets the shots that he needs. And so here's the thing. They'd already ran into Jocko and know about Wadagosh and how his powers, I guess work. And I basically said last time that, yeah, all he does is enhance, these people and everything, give them, super strength basically. And it is that, but at the same time, he goes after the people that, have darkness, in them, and the stronger the darkness is in them, the stronger they actually become. So whenever Gohan goes back home, he's kind of just like, walking in, Videl's already up waiting on him and stuff, but she's not, mad or anything. She's like, oh, your family must have went, longer than what it needed. If you had a good time, y'all got things done, it's great. Congratulations, all this stuff. She's not, freaking out on like where you been and all this stuff. So he's kind of just like, wanting to, tell her stuff, but then the door rings and there's Barry, and Barry's showing her all these pictures where, Coco kissed him, he's leaving her house and all that stuff, and you see Videl just sitting there with her head down, kind of just like you would think that she'd kind of be like, what the hell were you doing, Gohan? But the thing is, she's not like that. And it's funny to see that when Barry goes over there and he's starting to like pamper her, trying to tell her, like coach her through all this stuff, like, oh, I know this is a hard time, Gohan's in Hollywood now, he's gonna have girls all over him and all that stuff, you can't trust him and things like that. And she kind of just looks at him like, what are you doing? This is sad, this is pathetic, I can't believe you're really, going this far with all of this. And then it ends up being Gohan basically telling him to leave, and he's just like, who are you to tell me to leave and all this stuff? I'm Barry. That's basically his thing. And then Gohan uses a little bit of his power and pushes him up against the wall, basically forcing him like, look, you're gonna leave. Which is, I like that part about it, but here is where Wadagosh comes into this, and he basically takes a hold of Barry, and this is when my disappointment started in, because for one, we know that Gohan's already lost all of his basically, like, well, not all, but majority of his fighting sense. So whenever Barry basically crashes through the wall and like takes Gohan by surprise and literally just obliterates him there at the house, and then takes Pan, I'm kind of just like, Gohan, you can sense ki, like you've done it before. Why couldn't you sense this ki? And for anything, this is literally a human that's had super strength. He's basically like, I would give him, at least I would give him more credit than Spovovich. Like, I would say that he's probably, obviously probably way stronger than Spovovich, but I would put it like that. Like, if anybody needs a comparison, I would say like that's probably what he's like at that moment in time. So for him to get caught off guard like this, it's kind of a little bit like, okay, Gohan, all right, I could say that you dropped your guard, because you were with your family and stuff, but It doesn't get any better after this. We see Gohan go in to his Great Saiyaman. They're gonna have their last fight, and it looks like Barry is basically, you know, transforming a couple different times. Look, I think he's at like this one stage 2 part where he has like Super Saiyan 4 Pharaoh around him. So it's weird to see that, but that's what it looked like. And I was like, okay, and he's still, you know, kind of giving him a run for his money. Gohan, you know, hitting him with them uppercuts to the gut. And I'm just like, okay, you know, Gohan's still, you know, doing a little bit of damage to him. So, I mean, it's not like Gohan's like sweating or anything. But then whenever he goes to this third giant form, Gohan literally starts getting his butt whooped pretty bad. And, you know, Vidal's kind of just like, look, Gohan's not going to lose and all this stuff. He wouldn't lose in front of his wife, his daughter, and all this stuff. He's not going to lose this, which is, you know, understandable. We all know he wasn't going to lose because he hadn't went Super Saiyan yet. But the fact that he had to go Super Saiyan to deal with this, and this is a regular, you know, human. This isn't like another alien that had, you know, superpowers, nothing like that. They, you know, got enhanced or anything. It's literally just a human. So I'm just like, this showed how weak Gohan was. Like, it really just showed how weak Gohan, you know, has become over this time. And the fact that, you know, Jocko joined in to try to help, and then he was just like, no, I don't need your help, and all that stuff. It gave me that Saiyan-esque type where he was just like, no, this is my fight. I'm going to fight this one-on-one and stuff like that. And I like that. That's what gave me more hope again for seeing that. And I was like, okay. So he did go Super Saiyan, and he basically hit him with his Super Kamehameha, but he held back. What he basically called it, where he had his Great Saiyaman uniform and all that stuff on. He basically called, I think, it's Super Great Saiyaman Beam. So either way, I did like that aspect, and I like that he beat him. But I don't like the fact that, you know, he was looking so weak that it hurt. It hurt as a Gohan fan. It hurt to see that. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm feeling like after this, we see that obviously we have our preview for next week, and we see that Krillin wants to start joining in on the training and stuff, and we see that there's a shot in there that has Goku and Gohan in his Great Saiyaman uniform, and they're both kind of like sparring what looks like a little bit. So I hope that it's not just some little bitty teaser type thing, and it's literally like, you know, Gohan maybe trying to, you know, get back into fighting. I don't know why he would have that on, but unless he's like doing some little play or whatever for Pan or something, I don't know. But I would like to really see Gohan start training, taking everything a little bit more serious, especially this whole Water God stuff, and basically revealing to himself how weak he's got. I feel like that would be one of the great steps, and I do like the fact that Krillin's starting to get into this. I would like to see all these other people start to get into this, start getting their training going on too, because whenever this multiverse does come up, I want these guys like Piccolo, I want these guys to be, you know, strong enough to actually do something in these fights in this next arc, instead of kind of just sitting there around in the back and only hoping that, you know, Vegeta and Goku do something and beat everybody for them. That's what I don't want that. So again, I feel like Gohan is going to get this power up. He's probably going to train with Whis at some point in time, or either he's going to go by himself and ask, or Whis is going to tell him and take him to the side and be like, hey, I'm going to need you to, you know, train. I'm going to train you so you can get stronger and stuff. That's what but I really prefer it be Gohan go and do this himself and ask himself. But if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this week's episode, what you think of Gohan. If you think he's going to get this, you know, massive power up and basically train with Whis. Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, smack a like on it. And before I get out here, I want to go ahead and say that for all my Dokkan Battle fans, do you think they're actually going to make a Super Great Saiyaman card now in Dokkan Battle or not? Let me know in the comment section below. But I'm out, guys. Peace. I might be catching up, but we'll see. Obviously, you can't get a rare on this one, so I'm pretty sure it'll probably be an SR, because I don't think, yeah, I'm getting anything. I don't even know what the rates are right currently. And we got, yeah, Frost.